Hey guys, what's up? So, if you're interested in getting the Remako mod working for Final Fantasy VII, and you're watching this video, it's probably either because you've never tried installing it before, or because you've had a shit ton of problems. Uh, I spent 4, maybe 5 hours yesterday trying to get Remako working. I couldn't do it. Total nightmare. I was about ready to give up, and then a couple little tweaks got it working. So, anyways, I'll actually show you the specific error. I know you're like, get on how to make it work, dude. Well, I have to show you the error first so you understand. But anyway, in addition to running Remako, you really run it through this Seventh Heaven mod manager. It somehow injects the memory. So like when you're running Final Fantasy VII.exe or whatnot, it goes in through a memory injection and puts all the files and stuff that you need. I don't know. It's programming wizardry. A massive shout out to the people that made this program because without it, you wouldn't have what you got. And as far as Remako goes, somehow the guy extracted the pre-rendered map files, the image files out, and he used an artificial intelligence program to, you know, increase the definition of the maps. So it would have took, like a normal human. I think it took Team Avalanche something like 3 or 4 years just to get like 40 maps out, and this guy did it using AI, in no time. So, anyways, without further ado, you go into Seventh Heaven, and you launch the game, right? Oh, guess what? There's your error. I was getting that a lot, right? Now, there's two ways to fix this. Okay, if you get this error, it don't freak out because it's just a debug dump that you know this program, the Seventh Heaven, it works, but it kind of doesn't. It's not user friendly, and if you have errors, enjoy trying to get tech support for it. They make it really for themselves and then stick it out there for the rest of us. If it works, great. If it don't, good luck, right? Anyway, to fix this, you have to exit the game, or I should say the mod manager. You right click, you hit run as administrator. That's one way to fix it. Okay. Yes. Now it'll just launch. Okay, let's launch the game here. By the way, I don't think I actually mentioned this, but mod order, the way that when you get your mods in Seventh Heaven, it does matter the order that you put your mods. And on that Quinn website, I think at the very top of it, it tells you the appropriate order to put your mods. So, anyway, so as you can see, guys, this just looks, it looks amazing. These pre-rendered backgrounds, are just wonderful. So the thing is, what's different, I think, from these rendered backgrounds as opposed to the Team Avalanche backgrounds that they worked on, is these are just the original backgrounds from the game that this guy loaded into this Google AI program. And the AI, he told it to clean up the images. So it's the same stuff that is original. Whereas with Team Avalanche, I think they recreated them from the ground up. So technically, Team Avalanches may look better, but I think this is original. It looks good. I'm gonna go with this. Plus, every map has been done. Whereas with I think Team Avalanche they only did what 30, 40, and I think there's what 200 and some or 500 and some maps. So, anyways, you can clearly see now individual items in these maps: the office chairs, the computer monitors, stuff like that. Here's one place where you can really notice a big difference is back here. You can see like the numbers above the doors now. Now you can actually 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. Another option we'll go over is how to get the translucent backgrounds for the text. That's really nice. One place you can see, of course, is the bedding. You can even see the little ripples in the sheets there. Now, you may be saying to yourself, hey, dude, what's wrong with the video? Why is everything in the top left-hand corner? Well, here's the thing. In my side, what I'm seeing right now is full screen 720p resolution. Okay, for me, this is a full screen. Why 720 and not 1080 or 4K? Well, I'm running a TV. So I'm not using a true monitor, a computer monitor. I'm running a Samsung 40-inch television, or maybe it's 43-inch television. So um, I've had issues with other old stuff getting it to work in 1080. I'm talking about like really old things like the original Half-Life game and stuff like that. So for me, 720, what is it, 1280 by 720 is what I have to run the really old stuff in to get a, it's still a semi HD resolution. Now modern games, even something like StarCraft Remastered, I can run it in 1080. But these really old things, I can't seem to get them. So for you may be able to do 1920 by 1080, but I'll touch on all that later on in this video. But I just want to give you an idea of what's in store for you. So I mean, it's worth it, and if you follow the steps, it's really not that hard. It's just slightly time consuming. My video is something like, what, 50 minutes long or an hour, but it really won't actually take you that long. So all right, let's get on to it. I'm just going to start from the ground up, how to get Remako working. Okay, so how do you do it? Well, first off, if you go to what's his name, Captain Robau, whatever this is. Okay, thank you for making Remako, but your directions suck. Okay, your directions are horrible, Captain Robau. All right, they don't work. They might have worked, back when you first made it. I don't know, but for starters, you have to have 7th Heaven at the latest version. All right, which I think is this 1.56. He's using 1.54, I think. I couldn't get that working. Maybe it does work. I couldn't get it working. I kept getting that error you seen. Another thing that you have to do to get rid of those errors, I'll show you. I don't know why that's over there. Another thing that you have to do is right here. Under ff7.exe, you have to go to Properties, Compatibility. You have to change settings for all users and check Run this program as administrator. Okay. You also have to go in here and check this Run in 640 by 480. All right. Now, obviously, you just seen in my video, I wasn't running at 640 by 480. More on that later. There was something I had to do, maybe particularly just for my system, but you have to have that checked. If that's not check marked, the game won't. You'll get oops, something went wrong, or you'll get that weird error. So just check Run in 640. It's because ff7.exe, as you can see from the date here, was made in 1998. Okay, so in 98, that was a pretty good resolution. All right, I think 1024 by 768 was what I was running back then as max. We used to say, oh, that's a great resolution. All right, so anyways, I've saved my game. We're going to go through the whole process step by step. If this doesn't work for you, there's something you didn't do right, or there's just something else wrong. Maybe you're running an ATI graphics card. By the way, run NVIDIA. If you're a PC gamer, always run NVIDIA. I don't care what you think. ATI sucks. I've had so many issues with ATI. It's just unbelievable. Installing Remako for me was so complicated and difficult that I just wrote directions. All right. Now, this is not going to take longer once I get into the meat of it, but I wrote my own directions because I even downloaded a YouTube video, but I wrote my own directions because it's so bad. So anyways, without further ado, let's go over how you do this, okay? So, we're going to uninstall. Let me find Final Fantasy VII here. Let's uninstall this all through Steam. I bought it on Steam for like $12. Okay. Let's hit uninstall. Yep. Bye-bye. Whee. Alright, so it's uninstalled through Steam. Let me see what else we need to do. Now we have to go into the computer. Let's actually unmount that. Let's go into here. Games. You'll see all my stuff's already in here. Let's just delete it. Let's just delete it. 15 gig. So Final Fantasy went from 1 gig to 15 with the mods. It's pretty big. Yes. Bye. Bye. It's all gone, right? Delete. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and close out of Steam and restart. I'm going to start literally fresh for you so you can go step by step on what to do. I think if you do this, I don't see how it couldn't work unless you're just, you're running like Windows 7. Now, if you're running Windows 7 or some old ass operating system, you need to upgrade to Windows 10 first of all. A lot of your stuff in Windows 10 is fixable. You need to upgrade. Microsoft's ending support next year anyway, which is in a month. All right, so how do you do it? Well, okay. So now, what you want to do to get this working? All right, and I'll even delete this Seventh Heaven shortcut. There, just delete all of it. Empty recycle bin. Blah blah blah. Another thing here. You don't have to do any of this if you're starting fresh. Okay, don't even sweat any of it. All right. This is all you need. Now, first off, you're going to need some files, which I'm going to put the links to the files in the video description. But you're definitely going to need the FF7 game converter, which I don't know, there again on that Captain Robaus website, I don't know what version of any of this stuff he's using. From his website, the only file I got was this and this, which actually I'm going to go ahead and run this too. Don't worry. You don't have to mess with any of this, okay? This is where I've had it installed and I'm starting fresh. So anyways, you're going to need this, and you need to download, or you need that, and you're going to need Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven, which Captain whatever says use 1.54, you need to be using 1.56, the latest version. That's the one that works. One last thing, okay? I'm using a 40-inch television, a Samsung television. It might be a 43-inch, okay, to play games. Now, it's a 1080p television. I've had issues with certain emulators and stuff working at that. So the only way I could get FF7 to run and work for me was to run it at 1280 by 720. So a 720p resolution. Hey, you know what? It's not 1080 or 4K, but it looks fine. It looks good enough for me. I got it working. So one more thing. If you have trouble, which we'll get to that, run it at a 1080 or a 720 resolution. Anyways, let's get started. So make sure before you begin, you get these files. I'll post a link in the description. You need all these files. All right. The first thing you do, which we're going to go to my little instruction set that I had to create here. Okay, step number 1. All right, inside of C:/ create a games directory and a Final Fantasy VII directory. So, okay, let's go do that. So you go to your C drive, you go to C. First off, you can't have it through Steam installed in Program Files x86. So let's do a new folder. Let's call it Games, just like it says there. And inside of Games, let's make a new folder, and let's call that Final Fantasy VII. You could probably call it, Skunk Farts. Who gives a shit what you call it? I want it named appropriately so I know what it's called, all right? Now look, if you look up here, C Games, Final Fantasy VII. Now we need to install it through Steam. We've got our directory, right? Let's open up Steam. Where the hell's my Steam? See, that's not a problem. I got too many damn icons. All right, let's open up Steam. Let's install it. So you have to do it in this order, folks. You have to do it just like I'm telling you. If you don't, you're screwing up. All right, let's go to Final Fantasy. Install. All right. You can actually uncheck that because you're not going to be using anything. You're not going to be using the icons they give you. Now, here's the real important part. Choose the location for the install. All right, I've already got that in there. Let's see if that lets me do it. If you don't get this option, then you have to click where it says create a new Steam library under C. Okay. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing that, but that's what you have to choose. But anyways, it should say this. Install under C Games Final Fantasy VII. You've got to read the agreement, whatever. We agree. Yes. Now, I'm getting this error because I don't think I rebooted. Let me check here. C games, Final Fantasy. There it is. All right, let's try it one more time. If you get that error, it's cool. Shit. Huh. Install. Okay. Boom. So you're getting this disk write error, right? To fix that, you have to restart your computer. Okay? Let's do a restart and let's come back to it. Hey guys, so I had some issues. I don't know. I freaking reinstalled and installed this game more times than I know. But basically, for whatever reason, it's not letting me install it there. You go ahead and install it there. That's where you're supposed to go. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try to install it here under X Steam Library. So let's give that a shot here. Let's quit it. Manage downloads. Let's see where we're at here. This shouldn't take long at all. Well, I mean, if you're on a slower connection, it's going to take a long time. But hell, for me nowadays, 1.2 gigs is nothing, you know. So we're gonna try installing it. I just know it can't be under program files x86, or your typical Steam location. It just can't be there. I don't know why or whatever. It's just what they say. So, all right. So we're downloading. We're halfway. Let me break out my handy little direction sheet. But still do that step one. You know, inside of C, create a games directory, whatever. You'll get it to work there. That's okay. So you don't have to worry about that account name crap. That's my stuff. Once it installs, we don't have to do anything else. We're just for Steam. We're just going to let that install. We're going to go back to our library. And okay, it is now playable. All right, it is playable. So that's all we really need right now from Steam for the moment. So we're going to minimize that. Finish. All right, step 2. Watch the video to reinstall Mako. Well, I guess I'm going to be, you know, watching. That was for the old video. So, you know, I'm going to be watching my video now. So we can skip that. After doing all that, do not click Launch Game. Now, this is very important. What we have to do is allow write-protected folders through, or this is not going to work. So let's do that right now. You have to go to Start, Settings, Update and Security. You're going to go to, I think, Windows Security. Here you're going to see Virus and Threat Protection. Now, one thing, too, I want to show you. I'm using the very latest build of Windows that we have for now. Okay, 1909. So all this stuff works. You know, if they say it don't work on Windows 10, you say whatever. It works on Windows 10. Anyway, Virus and Threat Protection. It's going to launch Windows Defender, essentially. You're going to go down to the bottom of that screen under Virus and Threat Protection down here. Manage Ransomware Protection. A new feature of Windows that breaks a ton of old games is this. Now you have to click on Allow an app through controlled folder access. All right. One thing is we've just installed this under X. So let's see. Program files. I think it put it under what? Steam Library, Steam Apps. Yours is going to be under you know, yours is going to be under C, Steam, My Games, and all that. All right. But once you get there, you'll see the Steam Apps Common Final Fantasy VII. Basically, your files, your Final Fantasy install directory is located through there. All right. Anyways, you're going to see all your files. Now, if you notice right now, we just have FF7EN, FF7 launcher. We don't have FF7.exe. It's because we haven't modded it yet. All right. So this is the location we need to be to install this stuff. So we're going to allow an app through controlled folder access. See, there's your old directory. Allow add an allowed app, browse all apps, and we're going to go to X. Let's see, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Final Fantasy. What other games I got on there? All right, yeah, Final Fantasy. And then you're gonna find this one, and then you're gonna do the same thing again. Browse all apps, and you're gonna do that one. I don't know if you actually have to. I just do it anyway, and then you'll see it on there now. This is my X drive, by the way. So you've allowed both of those through, right? Okay, good job. Now, next thing you got to do. Seventh Heaven. Okay, yeah, it says allow Seventh Heaven through, but we haven't installed that yet, so you can come back and allow that if you have trouble. I actually don't know that that's necessary. I just put that in there. Now, go to folder with Seventh Heaven and run this as administrator. So, you have to go to your Seventh Heaven folder, which, by the way, all your files need to be in two different locations. So you have Steam Library with your games, right? And then I just created a games file, right? And that has all my mod files inside of it. So it just needs to be, your mod files can't initially be in the same place as your Steam install files. Okay, I'm sorry, we don't run Seventh Heaven. All right, the next step, now you've got Final Fantasy installed, you know, not in a program files or whatever location, right? The next step is you have to run this game converter file, okay? So you've got it installed, and as a matter of fact, the next step would be to run this ISO. Now, on Windows 10, you're just going to right click and hit mount. Okay? Boom, it's mounted as an E drive. Okay? Once that's mounted, you're good. You'll see it, you know, what the ISO mounting does is it virtualizes a disk. This makes it think that those files are in this drive, all right? The next thing you're going to do is run this game converter. Now, right click it, always right click and run as administrator. You've got to do that, okay? Boom. Do you want to allow blah, blah, blah? Yes. It's doing its stuff. All right, you're running blah, blah, blah. This patch is not yet applied, okay? This is that person I was talking about, EQ2, Eliza, all right? You know, she wrote a semi-workable program. We appreciate it. Now, installation path found, nowhere. So we have to find it, all right? The old place was that, but it's not anymore. So apparently Steam did not want me screwing around with that. Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Final Fantasy. All right, this is where it's installed. So what you can do is just click up here, right click and copy it. This is your location. So we're going to do a Control V. You can also right click and paste. CTRL-V and hit enter. Patching. Drive letter, it's found the ISO. It's going to launch. Guess what? It needs to be 640 by 480. See, I think this is part of the problem where you have to check that 640 by 480 because that's what the original 1998 executable understood. Okay. Leave all that. Leave all that just like it is. Next. Here, you know, just test your sound, okay? They say, well, which one do you pick? I've got a lot of them. I use my headphones, okay? Real tech. Do a test. If you can hear the sounds, then you've picked the right one, all right? It's not complicated. MIDI, leave it the same. That's what you want. Hit OK. All right. Now it says... install laptop keyboard patch. People are so funny. They're like, oh, this is what fixes it. Okay, this has nothing to do with fixing anything. If you have a laptop, hit yes. If you do not have a laptop, such as a desktop with a normal keyboard, hit no. Patching complete. Press any key. Boom. All right. We're starting to get there. Now, you're going to notice inside your directory, your stuff has changed. Now, all of a sudden, instead of just having these, you've got FF7 with the 1998. That's what that patch does. It puts the original executable file in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and right click on that. Properties. Let's go to Compatibility. Okay. Let's hit Change Settings for all users. We're going to run this program as administrator. Apply. Okay. And let's check mark that. Run in 640 by 480 screen resolution. You have to do that. Hit Apply. Hit OK. That part's good. Alright. Go ahead and leave this folder up because now you have your almighty important mods folder. Okay. Now, let's go back to that. Alright, this is where we're at. Final Fantasy mods. Go in here. Go into mods. And let's copy and paste Remako files. Alright. Where is my... Alright. Let's copy and paste those files. So you're going to go to your Remako directory with all your Remako files. The link will be in the description. It should be these 4 files. You should have battle textures, menu avatars, pre-render backgrounds, world textures. The pre-render backgrounds, I mean, look at that. 4 gig alone. Alright, that's just crazy. So you're gonna copy these, alright, and you're gonna paste them right here under your common Steam apps, where, you know, if it's C, whatever, but it just needs to say that, alright. You're gonna paste it right there. It goes in the mods directory. Okay. So let that do its magic, okay? Don't get in a hurry on this. Just let it copy. You guys running these new solid state drives, which I'm running an old solid state, but if you have like an M2, it should be even faster for you. Anyway, it is several gigs, so it's going to take a little bit to transfer. Don't worry, we're almost there. Blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, while it's doing that, go back to your movies directory and just copy that. Okay. Come back over here to your main game directory. We're going to go to Final Fantasy. You're going to see a data folder. Okay. Go into the data folder. You're going to see a movies folder. Right click and paste that file, the movies file you just copied. And it's going to do its magic, alright? This will speed up. Boom. What this is going to do is replace all the movies now with the high definition ones that he used his little Google artificial program to do. So, yes, you want to replace. Yes, replace. So anyways, yeah, you know, he was smart. That's a smart thing to do. He used AI basically to do something that would take normal humans working on it. You know, how many times? I don't know how many times. 10 times longer. That Team Avalanche never even got done with it. He was able to use, you know, artificial intelligence. Would it take him a year or 6 months or something to do the whole thing? That's crazy. So, you know, that's the power of AI right there, right? Okay, so it's doing its little thing here. It's got to copy the movies. You have to place another file to get the music to work and the movies to work. You have to place a file somewhere. Let's see. It's in shaders. Yes. So go back into Final Fantasy. Go into the shaders directory. And you see this yuv.frag, yuv.frag file? We have to replace that. So, if you've downloaded the files like you should have, you'll see that file, yuv.frag. I'll post a link in the description where to download all this. Copy it, come back over here, paste it. You're going to replace the file in the destination. Yes. Okay. Now, what's the next thing we need to do? Yes, we need to run 7th Heaven as an administrator. So we're going to go into, you know, the 7th Heaven directory. Make sure it's 1.56. You'll find 7thheaven.exe. You're going to right click it, run as administrator. Yes. 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 All right. Now, it's already kind of found the stuff for us, right? This is funny. Look, right off the bat, you're starting behind. The slash is fucked up. You see that? You know, whatever. Just little quirks. It's a bug, right? You can't put a proper slash in. ff7.exe. It's saying where is your ff7.exe? Now, one thing you'll notice, these are capitalized. Capitalized. If you look here, they're not. Does that make a difference? Maybe, probably. It's not per se the right thing. So you want to fix that. You want to go to your Steam installation. Okay. Don't talk about my alpha male strategies. I love that dude. God knows his stuff. You want to go to your Steam installation. Oh, gosh, I can't think. Steam apps, common, FF7, and you want to find your FF7 1998 executable. Hit open. Now that should have the right stuff in it. The movies path, that's probably right. Let's just verify it. It's under shit. X Steam library, right? Common FF7, and it's in data movies. Okay, that's where your movies are. Textures path. That's it. That's right. / textures. Library path. Oh, okay. You know, this is ridiculous. Look at that. Fix that. It's a backward slash, not a forward slash. Final Fantasy VII mods / 7th heaven. Okay, that's where it's going to be. Now, here we want to check bypass compatibility locks. You know, why are we checking that? I don't fucking know. I just know that when I check it, shit works. So I'm going to keep checking it. All right. Now, you need to paste the subscription thing inside there. All right. I'll put a link to that in the description as well, but that's what connects you to the catalog system for mods. All right. Don't even worry about this shit. It'll do what it wants to do. Go ahead and hit OK on that. All right. Boom. Now, you're going to come up to this screen. We need these settings. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is add this 7thheaven.exe to your threat protection. Okay, make sure you add that. I don't know if you even have to, but I'd go ahead and do it just to be safe. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is click Workshop, General Settings. All right. Boom. We're going to verify that it did save and fix all that shit, which it looks like it did. You'll know if the stuff you checked there is right there. Okay. Plus your description. That stuff's good. The next thing you're going to do is this AALI driver settings. ALI, whatever the fuck that means. All right. Click that. All right. This stuff here is important. Now, if you have an actual computer monitor, you might be able to leave it just like it is. All right. I don't know. You may be fine with that. I'm running a TV. This is not a true computer monitor. It's a Samsung TV. And its max resolution is 1920 by 1080. With these older games and emulators, you got to screw around with it. Just if you want to know it's going to work and you don't really care about resolution, you just want it looking good and you want it to work, then do these following settings. So, window mode, full screen. Okay. Oh, hold on. That's annoying. I got to move that. I can't see my shit. All right, anyway. Windowed mode, full screen. Aspect ratio, stretch to fill. They say, oh, if you do that, it's going to look like shit. No, it doesn't. It fucking fills up your screen so you can see full screen instead of having fucking black bars. If you don't check that, you're going to have a black bar here and a black bar here, and it's going to look gay. All right, stretch to fill it. The window resolution, 1280. The Windows resolution, again, the Y value, 720. Now, if you have a true monitor, you can experiment. You can put 1920 and then 1080 here if you want. If you have 4K, you can put 3840 by 2160. But if shit don't work, don't come crying to me. If I was you, I would do these settings and then go from there. If these work, maybe you can go back and do these. I don't know. Now, for this, I go ahead and copy this. I do internal and windowed both. 1280, 720. Okay. Boom. Now, don't hit OK yet. Go to graphics. The linear filtering and all that, you know, they say that works. I don't know. I tried. I checked all these, and the only thing it did for me was slow shit down. So I uncheck all that except for dialog boxes. That's what it makes the dialogue transparent. So it makes it look really good. So, you know, it just enhances things. So when there's text on the screen, the dialog box window is transparent. So you want to leave that check marked. All right. You can fuck around with these, but I wouldn't. I would just do that. It looks fine enough just like it is. Rendering. Do vertical sync. Okay. Do new timer. Do direct mode. Do pixel buffer. Now it says might crash with ATI cards. If you're stupid enough to be running a Radeon card, an ATI card, not an Nvidia, because you want to save $100, it's your fault. But if you're running an ATI card, don't check that. If you have an Nvidia card, I'm running an old what am I running? The GTX 970. Okay, so it works fine for me. If it doesn't work, uncheck that. If you have any problems, uncheck that. Everything else, just leave it okay. All right, 768 is fine. Don't check that. If you have ATI or an old Nvidia, don't check that. Audio. This has to say VGM stream. Video game music stream. Okay, hit OK on that. OpenGL settings saved. Okay, now go back to Workshop. Go back here and make sure it did remember all that, which it seems like it did. So hit OK. All right. Now, copy and paste any prior save games to blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm going to wait a second. All right. Now, the next thing we need to do is get our mods. We're going to have to activate the mods. Go to library. Go to import, which your catalog should be showing up now, by the way, which it is. But you don't want to get these activated before Remako. Remako first. Okay. Go to library. Go to import from iros archive. iros. Try to say that 30 times fast. Okay. Click this button here. Now it needs to know where are your Remako files. Well, remember we put them in the mods directory. Steam apps, common, Final Fantasy mods. All right. You have to do these one at a time. All right, one at a time. So let's start with the battle textures. Okay. Open. Okay. Just leave that be for now. Import again. Let's do the second file. Open. Okay. Import again. Let's do the third file. Open. Okay. And now that's going to take a second. That's just pre-rendered backgrounds. That's a big ass fucking file. That's going to take a little bit. Import. Okay. Okay. Now, we've got all that. Now, what you want to do is you want to activate these one by one. They say order and all this shit. Don't worry about the order of it. Just start at the top and activate that shit. Boom. Oh, something went wrong. Okay. Well, that's not good. You know why it went wrong? Because I didn't run Seventh Heaven as an administrator. You know, wow, right? Run as administrator. Let's try this again. Yes. All right, library. Now. Okay, activate. Okay, folks, you have to run this shit as administrator, or it's just not going to work. Come back here, activate. Activate. You see, that's some buggy shit. You know, that's what I'm saying. Part of me loves this program, activate. The other part of me cusses it. It's like, you know, if you're that good at programming, which apparently whoever made this program is that good at programming, my hat's off to you. You're a smart motherfucker. go ahead and, you know, go the whole mile with it. Make an executable file that does all this shit for us. Okay, this shit's annoying. We appreciate it, and without you, we wouldn't be running this. But damn, make it a simple fucking executable file. Anyway, all right. So we've activated all these under library. Now, if you go to Active Mods tab, you're gonna see that yes, it's installed. It's activated. Don't hit deactivate. Okay, all that stuff is now where it needs to be. Okay. Now let's go back here to catalog and let's download some additional mods. I don't really give a shit about animations. Definitely want this. I'm going to go ahead and hit download. It'll start downloading it in the window. Definitely want the enemies. So I'm going to hit download on that. It's 85 meg. That's not too big. Not nowadays, at least. Alright, we got that. Definitely want this one. This is an amazing mod right here. Whoever did this, good job. Download. Whee! And let's go. Battle textures. Yes! That's a big motherfucker. That's almost a gig. Download. Whee! Whoever wrote this Seventh Heaven program, she said to do them one by one. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow her directions. Like I said, I think it's a woman that wrote this program. She's fucking smart, man. In my opinion, there's no reason that all this shit can't be batched out. Now, she can't go in there to Steam and install that shit for you. But once you get Steam, this should search, you know, a directory. It should search until it finds the ff7_en executable file. You know, maybe honestly, if I get time, I'll write like a batch file that maybe we can batch a lot of this shit out or something. I don't know. But most of this stuff should be manual. Like, it's kind of or an automatic. It's kind of a manual, tedious process somewhat to do this. Yeah, I know I'm bitching about something that was given to me freely, but it's just fucking annoying, okay? This could be better done. This is great and this works, but it could be even better done. You want this. You want the field models. That's what makes them look different when you're running around, okay? So we're going to download that shit. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. I got to get back to my game, man. I took time out of my game to help you. Now, we'll have to go over the controller, okay? We'll go over the controller and all that. Download the non-player characters, the NPCs. You want to get those. That should be fast. Let's keep on trucking. I went ahead and did these. I thought it looked cool. I don't know. Well, why not, right? Fuck it. That like changes your materia. You know, it looks like jewels, right? Those are potions, I guess. All right. Now this shit you don't need. You don't need the field textures because you use Remako. All right. Difficulty in story, that's up to you. I didn't fuck with it. I didn't fuck with that. You don't need the movies. Now this one you can do, all right? I'm not going to do it. I like the original files, but you can do that. The mini games, whatever. That one I think is cool. I heard that one's pretty cool, but I'm not going to mess with it. You don't need those are the Team Avalanche remasters. I mean, those look great. There again, you don't need that. The spell textures. That is cool, but I've heard there's some issues with that crashing and stuff. So I like the way the game looks without it, so I'm not going to do that one. The reunion is huge. They say that's popular. I'm not going to mess with it, okay? I'm happy with the way my stuff works as it is. I'm not going to mess with that stuff. This one, the world model characters, yes, I'm going to download that one. I'm definitely getting that one. Let's see, world model enemies, yes, definitely get that one. The vehicles you can, I'm not going to. The world textures, yes, I'm going to get that one. Okay, so now we've downloaded all those, right? Guess what? We have to activate them. How do we do that? We go to our library. And we're going to activate those one by one. We'll start here with the first one, which is characters. Activate. Battle model enemies, we're going to activate. Battle models weapons. You guessed it. Activate. Battle textures. Activate. And remember, I launched 7th Heaven as an administrator, right? Field models. Activate. Field models. Activate. Field models objects. Activate. Let's go to world models characters. Activate. World models enemies. Activate. And let's go to world textures. Activate. Okay, now that you've activated all those, go to your active mods tab. And you want to make sure that all your stuff in there is installed, and it should say deactivate. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, looking good. Boom, 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 boom. Everything looks good. I do have a save file, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that over so I can save that stuff. Where is my save files? Oh, there she be. We're going to copy that. Now that's going to go into your Steam library, Steam apps, common, Final Fantasy area. Okay. There should be a saves folder somewhere, which I'm not seeing. So let's see. I may have to start the game up before it'll make that saves folder. That's fine. We can do that. So let's now one quick thing to remind you. You have to go to FF7, hit properties, go to compatibility. That has to be in that. It has to be. Okay, there's no, you can't, it won't work if that's not the case. So let's launch the game and see what's going on with it. I had to go back in. I was using an older video recording software for my desktop, and I found out that it didn't actually record the gameplay. So you might see some different dates down there in the bottom right because I had to come back today and fix the video. Anyway, let's skip this stuff. I'm just gonna do a new game just to show you how cool this looks. And there again, for me, I'm seeing this as full screen, but I think that the software is recording it either at 640 or 720 because that's how I have it set up, as you noticed. So I think the TV is saying, okay, yeah, it's 720, but the recorder software, you know, is saying, yeah, it's 720 windowed mode or something. I don't know. But trust me, once you do this, you'll see for yourself. It will be full screen for you. But I just want to show you how awesome the train and the very beginning is. And the text, you can actually read the text and all that. It's just glorious, man. I mean, look at this. It's just beautiful. Even he redid all the FMVs with that AI thing too. So even your videos look better. But hey, you can't beat it. There's Eris. Spoiler alert, she gets... Never mind, I won't say it. Haha, you already know, don't you? So, look how where it says Goblin's Bar, all that stuff's crystal clear. So I guess artificial intelligence will be a good thing. Unless it ends up like Terminator and Skynet. Then we're all fucked. Glorious. Just glorious. Hey, who the hell needs a remake when you can just, you can just play this, right? Alright. Let's get to the action. I want to show you how beautiful this train looks. Not so beautiful here. Hold on a second. Wait till it clears up. Boom. Look at that! Oh my gosh, look at that! Of course, we did the mods, so things look a little bit different here. Yes! So beautiful. There's Barrett. And the man himself, Cloud. Come on, newcomer. Follow me. Let's do it. Oh, wait. Don't forget your potions. Whee. Oh, we got Cinder soldiers to fight in. See, even the backgrounds here look good. You can look at the weapons mod. You can see that clear now. Beautiful. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. See you later, sucker. Maybe. That's right. Kicked your ass. Alright. Let's go up here, get this potion off this guy. But look at that train. I mean, that alone tells you, hey, this is amazing. By the way, I'm playing with a Logitech controller. But, I mean, just look how crisp the detail is on this, right? Yeah, we don't care about your names, right? But yeah, you can just see the details. Blah, blah. I want to show you one more thing and I'll get out of here. Yes, we're just keeping that as Cloud. And your name is... We don't care about your name. Okay. But check this out. Well, not this. Hold on. We're almost there. Which, this even looks a little better, because the videos are redone. But I want to show you one thing that's really impressive. So, anyway. Over here, look. It says, warning, intruder. You can make that out now. Isn't that crazy? And look how sharp this stuff looks. You can actually see the rust on the pipes. And hold on. I want to show you one more thing. I'm so impressed with this. I gotta show you one more thing and I'll be done. Ow. Alright, let's go. Come on. Alright, let's show you one more thing. La 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 la. Look at that. See on the far right there, you can actually make out the rust on the pipes. Alright, so anyways, if you don't understand the importance of getting this thing installed, I mean, just check this out. Alright. So I'm gonna exit this Windows. Boom. Save folder now, which we do now because I started the game. So I'm gonna copy my save file over. Oh no, it's gone. Let's see, shit, games. Yep, save files. Boom. And then we will, we will paste that where it needs to go. My goodness. And we are saved. So, if you have problems getting this to work. Oh, and also, I would make a shortcut. So let's go back to first off, are you having trouble getting it to work? Did you mount the before you do anything, you have to mount that ISO file, that FF7 disk 1 ISO. You have to mount that. If that's not mounted, it's not going to work. Okay, so that has to be step one. You're still having trouble, right? Okay, well, go into Steam, your Final Fantasy location. Go to Common. Go to your, your game location. Find that ff7.exe properties. Under compatibility, again, it has to be run this program as administrator, and it has to check running 640 by 480. You have to have that. Okay, if those aren't checked, then it's not going to work. Now, what do you do with these? Honestly, I don't know. I know that's the Steam launcher, and you might say, well, can you get it to work with that? I don't know. Okay, all I know is this one works. I don't know about all these. If you have time and the patience, then go ahead, go for it. I do want to take a quick look at this just to see if that damn time limiter thing's on there. Enhancements. Maybe snowboard frame rate. Maybe that damn frame rate thing's in there, you know. Fancy transparency, yes. Look at this, guys. Display frames per second counter in upper right corner. Boom. Check this shit out. Fucking off. You sons of bitches. Off. Why the fuck would you enable that? That's stupid. That shit's off. Let's save that motherfucker. I just answered my own damn question. Boys and girls, that's how you get rid of that shit right there. Display frames per second in the upper right corner. Off. I bet that fixed that shit. Anyways, that has to be that. One more thing. When you make your shortcut to 7th Heaven, make sure that shit's set as run as administrator. Let's go do that right now. Games, Final Fantasy VII, the modding files, 7th Heaven. Okay, leave all that shit alone. If you have to reinstall, make sure you delete this one folder within 1.56. So let's send a shortcut to the desktop. And let's make sure that that's set to run as administrator. It is. Okay, you don't have to worry about this one, but that one, yes. Okay. And still, regardless, right click and hit run as administrator. Boom. All right. Yes, if you don't do that, shit ain't gonna work. Once you do that, active mods. If it still ain't working, if you're still getting launch errors, you have to make sure that these paths are right. Okay, these have to be correct. Don't worry about shit in here. This stuff here, all 4 of these have to be right, or shit will not work at all. Make sure you fix that little slash down there, because remember they do a backwards or a forward slash. That has to be a backwards. Okay, these all have to be right. This has to be. Okay, so let's just start from the top. ff7.exe, remember? That's under here. ff7.exe, that's what they're talking about. It has to say that. The movies path. Well, that's that path. You go inside the Steam apps, you find your ff7 folder, data movies. Okay, there's no slash, there's just movies. The textures path. It has to say /mod/textures. Just like that with a capital T too. See, that shit has to say capital T, lowercase m, lowercase f. Library path. It has to be that. It has to be Final Fantasy VII /mod/7th Heaven. Now, your Steam apps might be, C games, whatever, Final Fantasy VII /common/Final Fantasy VII. It might be. But in the end result, it has to have that. Okay? So as long as your shit's saying that, you're good. Now, your video. Well, mine's not full screen. Blah, blah. Well, these settings, full screen, stretch to fill. Okay? That's what it has to be. There you go, folks. That's how you do it. Check that shit out. Look at those beautiful, beautiful pre-rendered graphics. Holy hell. Yeah. I see why he used AI, man. He can program a routine for AI to do whatever he needs. But man, look at those. Look at that graphics. Oh, we got a blood trouble. Alright, folks. I'm going to get out of this. If you have any questions or comments, you can PM me, but I really don't know what else to tell you. If you follow the directions just like I told you, and you watch this video to 18, it should work. It should. Can I tell you, though, that it will? Because, maybe you don't have enough memory. Maybe you're damn, you didn't do something right. I don't know. Fuck around with it. But if you do this, okay, and, watch the video 10 times if you have to. Slow it down. Good luck, all right?